Where your focus goes, your energy flows. Good morning and good afternoon, good evening, depending on when and where you are watching from. This is Professionals Daily Devotion with Olasukomi Okwefa, where we inspire you to be more because we know that your current state is just the least that you can be. You can be more. I love that. When growing up, I heard that from Sam Adeyemi that I am more than this. I mean, and he would do his hand like this. All right. So this morning we're going to be looking at mastering focus, continuation of our habit of highly effective professionals. Okay, one of the things that we just need to have in this generation, this time, this season is focus. I mean, you know how many things are looking for your attention here and there, especially these our wonderful mobile phones. Some weeks ago I was in an office. I mean, this is a young man, not a young man per se, but someone I really respect so much. I mean, a highly disciplined person. And I found him page one, page two on reels. We were just watching his reels like that. We are just watching his reels like that. And I was just turn to him, I call his name. I said, Oga, so you two, you are caught up. He said, that is it too. I mean, this is a highly disciplined man that ordinarily you said, no, no, I don't have time for phone. I don't. He was caught up with that thing, just sat down lazy in a way and then was caught up just scrolling. And those are the things we have around us. Before you know it, notification here, notification there. You can sit on WhatsApp, you sit on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere you go, even on the street, different things that are struggling for your attention. So your ability to focus really will determine how successful you are. You see, attention has become the new currency. That's what you pay all the time. So your ability to focus will separate you as a high performer from the rest. You may have knowledge, you may have the experience, you have the skill, but if you lack focus, you will struggle to produce meaningful results. So let's learn how to train our brain to focus this morning. Okay. And I'll be glad whatever you learn today, put to practice. You will do more research on it. Wow, that's a very long break in transmission there, and I think I tried to edit it. Okay, so let's quickly run because of what we cannot control. What we cannot control. Please check the definition of focus in your dictionary, and you see something that relates to earthquake. That point where earthquake starts, or something like that, is called focus in geology, and that is how it is. Okay, when you really focus, there will be earthquake of change or earthquake of success within you. Harvard Business Review study shows something very fantastic that the average professional is distracted every 11 minutes, and it takes 23 minutes to regain deep focus. So you want to be careful. You want to really watch, guard against, and that's the reality. Even around me, I feel that all the time. Stanford study on multitasking says that multitaskers are 40% less productive than those who focus on one task at a time. Now, so the fact you put yourself in so many things at the same time, you know what I mean? Let your eyes be single. Okay, focus. Okay, finish one and go to one. All right. And then there is a law, there's a theory that says that most productive professionals work for 52 minutes, then take a 17-minute break before resuming. So I'm going to come back to that. And there's another theory that says is by Andrew Obasman's neuroscience findings. It says that the brain flows in ultradian rhythm, the cycles of peak alertness and rest, meaning that the brain flows and works very deeply at about 90 minutes and then goes to state of rest again. But what is all this saying? It's just saying that focus is limited to you. Okay, if you don't train your brain, if you don't protect it, if you allow distraction to steal it from you, then you have nothing to show for your hard work or for your skill or your knowledge. So let's look at the framework focus and quickly run through this. So F, how do you inculcate this focus? How do you train yourself to be focused, train your brain to do this? So we look at the framework focus, FOCUS. Fix your attention on what matters. Stop wasting energy on wrong things. I know we say this all the time. And then we say that most people waste 60% of their day on low value tasks, distracting themselves and even unnecessary meetings, especially with meetings. I mean, sorry, I don't like that at all. You sit down in a meeting and you go back and forth issues in the meeting. No, meeting wastes time more than anything in offices. So you're a leader there, you want to watch it. There are some things you don't need to gather people to do. Okay, let them focus on the task of the day, the work of the day, and sitting down and arguing and what you can quickly discuss, you just spend hours doing it because you want to feel like you are the boss. Come on, please let people maximize their time. Okay, prioritize the deep work. Use the theory that I mentioned earlier yesterday, okay, where you look at what is important and what is urgent, okay, you compare them, and then plan most of your important work a day before so that you can focus. So fix that. Oh, there, optimize your work rhythm. So this one, based on all the research I mentioned earlier, that okay, people at times prefer to work 25 minutes and take a break. They call it Pomodoro theory or something like that. Or some people prefer to do 90 minutes at a stretch and then take a break. Some will prefer to do 52 17 rules, okay, whichever one. So do you know the theory is this? Work on yourself, be self-aware, okay, know yourself and know what works for you. Personally, I prefer to work deeply and then go and play deeply also. I mean, once I leave here now, of course, I'll be on my phone to reply one or two mails, to reply one or two messages on LinkedIn, some comment to also drop. I will reply, like, and then move on to other things, go to my class and other things like that. But now I'm working. I stand up from here now to go and be serious. I do one or two things. I mean, to go and play a little bit. Then I go back to class, study, do assignment, write whatever I can write there, and then strategize again. So that's my own theory. I don't really have it fixed, but just study yourself and know when you can work most. And then it's suggested here that your brain is sharpest within the first 3 or 4 hours of the day. So you want to work on that. Next thing is, we talked about yesterday, control your environment, remove all the distractions around you, create your focus zone. Where can you really focus? Create that one, remove all distractions. So control your environment, as we said. Then use mental priming techniques. Okay. So some of us, we prefer to work when we listen to music or before we listen, or we prefer to stretch. So all these things are the ones priming you to work. I mean, this morning has not been fantastic for me anyway, so I couldn't do my own regular ritual. Some of us prefer to meditate deeply. Some prefer to All right, so that's a long breaking transmission. I hope to do something about this. Okay, so what are we saying? We said, okay, create a pre-work ritual. It could be prayer, it could be meditation, it could be dancing, anything you can do first before you now start working. You can do that. It helps your mind. You've already done that. I mean, personally, I prefer to meditate, to think deeply, picture what my day will look like, and then I jump into it. That's me. At times, it could be positive affirmations, it could be other things you want to do on your own. So do that ritual first, okay? And then make sure at times some of us we also prefer that we get focused when we play some background music while we are working. And anything that works for you to maintain your focus, you do that. And finally, set boundaries around distractions. Okay, guard your attention. Your time is very important. Okay, think like a CEO. Time is very important. Schedule time for what you want to do. Batch them. When you want to go on social media, that should be the time you want to also reply your mails and other things too. Do that together. When you want to read and you want to do research or write, do that together. Say, batch them. Don't just say, okay, you are reading and you hear notification on your system or your computer or your phone, and then before you know it, you turn around to it. No. Even when you are working, there are some tabs that you need to just close. Just close them and focus on the right one. Okay, and let people know your hours. Okay, when you are busy and when you are not busy, you can maintain that. So the practical thing you want to do today, ask yourself any of this focused theory we looked at this morning, okay, framework rather, which one do you want to practice? Which one do you find difficult? Don't forget you can commit some minutes to deep work, okay, some good quality time to deep work. Turn off notifications, then organize your workspace to avoid distraction. All right, tomorrow we'll continue where we're going to be looking at the science of decision making. But before we go, let's take our words of affirmation. Say this after me. I am in control of my focus. I eliminate distractions, train my brain for deep work, and protect my attention. Every day, I am becoming sharper and more productive. Thank you very much for listening this morning. Thank you for joining. I believe tomorrow we'll come a bit earlier where we are looking at the science of decision making. All right, and then any other, I think I should start doing announcements now. Bye for now.